Hello, this is Angie here with a partial session of exercise. The session will be only on chair, and what you would find helpful to have is 2 weights, dumbbells, if you happen to have at home a couple of them, perhaps 1 pound or 2 pounds each, whichever you are used to exercise with. In case you do not have dumbbells, one option would be to use 2 water bottles or bottles of liquid. This happens to be some kind of sanitizer that are about 1 pound. For 2 pounds, you could use bigger bottles, or probably easier to grab in the hand would be a soup can or a milk can. Soup cans, I think, are very appropriate. I have only one available. You could have 2 of those, easy to grab, and those are 2 pounds each. So this is an option for 2 pounds. 2 water bottles would be the solution for 1 pound. Of course, you can go and work without weights when we'll do some strength for the upper body. And a ball, a medium-sized ball. This is smaller than the basketballs, bigger than a tennis ball, quite flexible and quite squishy. So what we will do is a little bit of a warm-up and some breaths, a few stretches, a bit of leg strength, leg exercise, upper body strength with the weights, and then some fun movement with the ball. We will have music for only a part of the session, and we will start in a second. Make sure you also have a bottle of water or a mug with a good hydrating drink with you. Important to drink, keep hydrated during your exercise. So we're gonna sit on the chair, deep inside it, pulling the sit bones back. Bring the arms down and just start by what I like to call unlocking a little bit the joints. So especially if you do this exercise in the morning and feel the stiffness or the stiffness during the day, just go a little bit with opening up one shoulder and the other, and doing some head movement so that you feel stretches in the neck going just in any direction that works for you. Feeling the upper back, the vertebrae there, the spine, starting to become more aware of how your body is feeling right now. And we will bring both arms up, breathing in, and continue slowly going down on the breath out. Breathing up, opening the chest, you lift the spine, exhale slowly down. Let's do 2 more just like that. Inhale up. Exhale and release the head as well, slowly up. Breathing in, exhaling. I'm going to come up in the same way, breathing up and in, open wide in the chest, and I bring the arms down. So nice circling in the shoulders. Leaning to the front, coming up again. 3 more like that. Inhale and exhale, really wide circle here. Inhale, front and up. And breathe out to the sides and down. 1 more. Inhale up. And exhale out and down. And let's do this exactly in reverse. Inhaling, coming out in a circle through the sides up. And exhaling down through the front. Big sun that you are drawing with your hands up. And exhale, drop. And 2 more. Inhale out and up. And exhale down. And last time like that. Inhale up. And exhale down. We're going to come up. And on our way up, we start looking for the back of the chair. Maybe lower sides of the chair. Maybe the back legs of the chair. Perhaps the back of the chair rest. Sit nice and deep inside the chair. And we're going to grab low so that we feel a little bit of pull, a little bit of tension, sides of the neck, shoulders, and arms. And we start gazing to the left. Breathing in, we come back to the center. And breathing out, you gaze to the right. And we'll continue inhaling. And with a breath, one side. Breathing in. With the exhale, going to the other side. Let that neck really stretch nicely. One more time like that. Inhale and exhaling very slowly. Inhaling and exhaling other side. And we're going to breathe through the front and then continue breathing in as we start looking up to the ceiling. At the same time, sliding the hands even lower down the chair. Chest is opening. On the exhale, we start taking the chin down and bring it towards the chest. Doesn't have to be all the way into the chest. And just find the range of motion that works for you. And at the same time, feel the stretch in the throat and the stretch in the back of the neck. One more time with a breath up. And you can let the jaw drop or try to keep the mouth shut so that you feel more stretch in the bottom part of the throat. And exhale, come down. Beautiful. The shoulders are still very low. Coming to the center, I'm going to drop one ear to the same side shoulder and reach even lower with the opposite arm and hand. And just stay there and breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, and the head is just heavy to the side. Slowly. Breathing, coming back to the center. And then same thing, just let the head feel heavier on this other side and let the other arm slide down, hand grabbing even lower on that back of the chair or chair leg. And take a couple of breaths here. Excellent. Back in the center, we release the grip of the chair and we start rolling the shoulders, going in nice even circles. The second one, and breathing in. The third one, and going reverse. Inhaling, go back, up to the ears. Exhale, front and far away from the ears. And inhale, and exhale, and go with the third one. Very good, beautiful. And we're gonna bring one arm up, and the other hand slides a little lower down the chair. And we first reach and extend, and then perhaps go to the side. Just see how far you want to go and feel that you're comfortable going. Hold it here, breathe. Come up. And let's try the other side. One hand goes down. On my way down, I'm gonna grab the phone and see what happens with the music here. Going slowly to the side. I know you're not hearing a lot of music, and that's fine. We don't really need it, just a pleasant background. We will have music a little later, louder. Coming up with both arms on the breath in, going again to the side on the breath out. Let the head, the neck be relaxed. Inhale up, and try again the other side. If you feel any discomfort in your back, it means you're doing it a little too much. Or perhaps you're not holding on to the chair. So try and see how it works for you. A little less. Never do something that causes pain or makes any discomfort that you have worse. Exhale. You want to feel that you open the body and feel better than when you started. One more time. Going to this side. And slowly coming up in the center. And bringing the arms down. We're going to bring the arms in the front, hands in front of the chest, interlace the fingers. My inner palms are facing me. And then I stretch the arms to the front and I pull my chest back away from the hands. So this is what we call sometimes the little cat. It's a little rounded spine here in the upper back only. And then we roll the wrists and the palms out, and we breathe in, bring the arms up. On the exhalation, I'm going to open the arms very wide, chest wide. And let's see if we want to just hold it there or go in a few circles in one direction, holding your palms up as if you would have any plates or some weight on top of them, and go in 4, 3 in the other direction, 2, And 1. Beautiful. Come again with the arms in front and interlace the fingers. Same thing again. We're going to do this whole sequence 2 more times. I'm pulling my chest back and I feel the stretch between the shoulder blades. And you can drop the head as well. Rolling out, inhaling up. And exhaling, and this time I want to stop in line with the shoulders, but with the palms facing down. And I'm going to go in rotations in the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and in reverse, really wide in the chest. I'm trying to open a little more and to pull the shoulder blades down. 3, and last one here. And then arms down. And again, they go to the front, interlace like before, pulling the upper back out, pulling the chest back into the upper back. And then palms to the front. And last time, we're doing something slightly different. We inhale the arms up. And on the exhalation, we open and we twist, we turn to one side. And then we bring the arms towards each other, palms towards each other to the side. And inhale wide. Come back to facing the front and bring the arms together. Palms overlap each other. Open, go to the other side, nice and wide. Exhale once again. The palms will be in line with my chest bone. Inhale, open. Come back to the front. Exhale again to the front. Let's do this one more time. Inhale to one side, your left, if you mirror me. Exhale, arms towards each other, palms together. Stretch that back. Inhale, open, stretch the chest. Exhale, front. Feel the stretch in the back and in the arms. Inhale again. Lean more to the front with that arm. Exhale, in line with your chest. Inhale, open. Nice, back to the center. Bring those arms down and come to a few rotations. That's great. That's great. And we're going to start with some leg warm-up first. I will bring one knee up into my hands and bring toes up. Just the usual way we warm up the ankles. Maybe rotations in the ankle. Pull the shoulders down. Keep moving as much as you feel you need. We're going to do these rotations now, moving the thigh in circles and feeling that we open the hip. And going 2 or 3 here as well. Great. We're going to bring the foot down. Take it out to the side. Bring the opposite arm out. And perhaps lift the same side arm as well. Very good. Nice stretch. Go a little to the side. You could go into more of the side stretch if you want, but there's no need. Just here might be enough for you today. Feel the stretch in the leg and the arms and the side. Come back in the center. Grab the other knee, 1 feet together. Bring the other knee up. Rotations in the ankles, in your right ankle, maybe foot up and down, in and out. All this time I keep my shoulders away from the ears, really low. After I feel that ankle really open, we'll go in a few rotations in the hip. You can have both hands on the knee or just the right hand on the right knee. Great. When I feel this has opened enough, I'm going to bring the foot out, leg is straight. You may need a little bit of a bend in the knee. Opposite arm stretches in line with the leg. The other arm perhaps lifts or let it rest on your thigh. Hold it here. The chest is nice and wide and lifts up and breathe. Come back to the center. Pull the foot in. We're going to start marching a little bit on this nice song. So just listen to the rhythm. So we're going to start just marching in place. For now, we'll keep it like this for a while. Trying to see how high can we bring those knees. We bring them up, we march in place, and we're going to start using the upper body as well, the arms. And then we're going to add a few things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open 2, 3, 4. You notice that my upper body is moving with the steps. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out again. And we're going to add a little bit of kicking to the front. Kick and kick. And go back to marching. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Center. 2, 3, 4. Kick. 2, 3, 4. And maybe a little more movement in the upper body if you'd like to. So when you kick, you can go a little bit into punches to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to change it just a little bit on the next one. 2, 3, 4. Again, 4 in the center. Engage your core a little more. Go out and in. Out and in. 2 more. Out, in. Upper body will help you. Core will help you. And kick. 2, 3, 4. Back in the center. Regular marching. 4 engaged. Out and in. 2 and in. 3. Big opening of the hip as much as you can. And kick front. 2, 3, 4. I'm changing which leg starts, but that's okay. Do what feels comfortable for you. We have 2 more here. 3, 4. And then kick. 2. I lift the knee high up. The tempo is not fast very much. So lift nicely and big steps. 2, 3. Great job. 4. And go and kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last time. We're going out and in. 2 and in. 3 and in. 4. And then kick. 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. We're going to bring the arms up and breathe. And exhale down, run the back a little bit. Inhale, come up. If you feel you need a longer rest, you're going to do this a few more times. Otherwise, you start with me. Opening both legs out and both arms out. Core active. Bringing everything in. My upper body goes front, back, and front, and back. I'm going to try to combine this with a little bit of marching. So let's go back to the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. And 2. And breathe. 3. And 4. March, starting with the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. And in. And have fun. And breathe. 3. And 4. 3 and 4. And once again, high up with those knees. Out. In. Out. 3. We will do 1 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Out. 2, 3, and 4. Great job. Sit nicely in that chair. Bring both arms up. Turn to the side. Bring the arms down. So nice and twist. Lift the chest. Inhale, center. Turn to the other side. Exhale, down. Chest is lifting. Your arms go down. Up. And exhale to the other side. Inhale, up. Turn. Bring the arms down to the other side. Turn nicely with the trunk. Up. Maybe gazing in the opposite direction now. Up, breathing, twisting, opposite direction. 1 more each side. Exhale. Inhale up. And other side. Very nice. In this little pause now, we will do big movements, big curves in our spine by bringing the hands by the sides or behind the hips, pressing down, and then pressing the chest to the front. The shoulder blades down, lift from the chest up. And on the breath out, I will bring the hands in front of my knee, over my knees and ground the entire back. Really kind of create a circle here or a ball. Inhale in. and exhale. 2 more like that. Inhale and exhale. Last time, breathing up and breathing out. So this could be a good time to hydrate yourself a little bit. Take a few sips of water and also grab the ball. So if you do not have a ball, something else that you could, we will transfer the ball from one hand to the other. You could use maybe a smaller water bottle, perhaps an 8-ounce water bottle or cushion. But really any squeezable ball and not too heavy will do the work. The way we will work here is going half the tempo of the song. So initially, we'll go for strength in the fingers. Hold the ball, and we're gonna squeeze and release. Second time, squeeze and release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze and release. And now press the palms with fingers stretched out. Press the palms towards each other and press the shoulder blades towards each other. Core is engaged. Second time, same thing. I really pull my core, my belly button in. 3. Contraction in the abdominals. 4. And let's try again. Squeezing with the fingers. 1, 2, and release. 3, 4. And again, pressing the palms, pressing shoulder blades towards each other. Core goes in, very active, belly comes in. 2, 3, and 4. And we'll go with the ball in one hand up in a circle, bring the other arm up. Transfer the ball to the other hand, come down. And again, transfer the ball, go up. And come down, go 2 more times like this. Big circle up, breathing in and down. And let's follow actually the ball with the gaze and create this nice circle in the neck. We'll do 1 more set, squeezing, releasing, breathe, squeeze and release. Squeeze, release. 4 times. And now palms press in, shoulder blades press in, belly button goes in. I'm very active in the core. And release, breathe in. Second time, same, all 3 actions. Breathe in. Third time, squeeze, shoulder blades low and towards each other. And 4th time. Once again, take the ball to the other side. Up. Follow it with a gaze, big circle, exhale, down. 2 more circles. Up, inhale, and exhale, down. And 3rd time up, breathe in, exhale, down. And actually, this is when I really need the music. And this is when we go half tempo. Ball is between the hands, and we will go front and in. Front to the chest, front to the chest. 4th time. One side, center, other side, center. Second. Out. 3rd time, 4th, and go out and in, up and down, out, in, up and down. So 4 times each, and now we will modify. Once front, second, now go twice to one side, and the other, second time, out, and out and in. And again, front and chest, up and chest. Front and in, up, down. Front and in, front and in. Side, center, side, center, side, side. Out and in, up and down. Out and in, up and down. We'll rest a moment, place the ball in your lap. And optional only, I will add some movement in the legs. So let the legs go into marching, kicking and opening to the sides. We will try to combine if you feel it's too complicated, very confusing. Not one worry, do only the upper body work with the ball. So it will look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, front and in, front and in. Kick. No, when I go to the side, I go out to the side. Out to the side. Second time. Second time. Front and center. Up and down. Kick. Center. Up and down. Marching when I move the ball to the front. Open. Open and close. Second time. Open and close. Core is engaged. With kicking, we go front and up. Front and up. Marching 2 times, just front and in. Out, center. Out. One more like that. Out, center. Out and center. We kick and bring it out and up. Out and up. I'm going to start with the other side. Front, center, front, center, out and in, out and in. One more, and one more. And front, in, up, down, front, in, up, down. We'll repeat the same thing or change one more thing, which will be opposite side with the arm and the ball and opposite leg. But feel free to do anything that works for you. So we won't let it just finish up on us. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we start. In, out, and in. And I'm going opposite sides, out, and in. Opposite sides, out, and in. Kick, front, kick, and bring it up. Again, the same thing, and bring it up. And just marching, second time. Out, opposite sides, leg and arm. Third, fourth, and kick, center, up and down. Kick, center, up and down. And last time, the same thing, march in place. And open, open. Breathe on each movement. And last time, kicking and bringing the ball up, bringing it to the front, bring it up. And we're down, and we're just gonna do these circles that we did before to release, like before. Inhaling, exhaling, bring the head down, following the ball. Second time, same direction, changing the direction, going first to the right and up. Exhaling down to the other side. Last time up and down. Another little break if you need it, if you feel thirsty or tired. We're going to roll the ball away, grab the weights or the water bottles, and like I said, perhaps take another sip of water. Roll shoulders. This will be the last part. We will work a little with the weights and then we'll do some stretches. So when you're ready, you're going to grab the weights, you roll them out. You hold the bottles or the dumbbells in your hands, you grab them and you roll them out. So they will face up, your hands underneath. Pull the shoulders in, pull the elbows in, engage the core, press the feet into the ground. And we will come up to the shoulders and back down in line with the wrist. Up to the shoulder, in line with the wrist. I'm not working like this out here, I'm in front of the elbows. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Maybe I will lift one arm up and the other. If I prefer, I can go up with both arms and a second time like this. Back to the shoulder. 2, 3, don't rush it, keep the core engaged. 4, spine is nice and tall. And the chest is open. 1, 2, 3. I did one arm at a time on all 4 of them this time. And again, same thing, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 arm at a time if you prefer. I will do both arms this time, 1 and 2, 3, and 4. Bring the weight slowly down to your thighs or hips, shoulder rolls, head movements, whatever you need in the neck and in the shoulders. I'm going to hold the weight down. So my palm is on top, the weight is grabbed and held underneath. And I will punch like this, with the weight, my fingers under the weight facing down, and I lean to the front and punch twice on the left side for you, twice on the right. 1 and 2. Let's do the same thing again. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. I'm going to roll the weights now 90 degrees, and now they face each other and my fingers face each other, and go again. 1 and 2. Breathing in, breathing out, punch, and breathing out. Let's try again. The weights are down, my elbows are more open. And this time, 1 time on the left and 1 time on the right. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Rotation 90 degrees, keep the shoulders wide, and 1 time on the left. Exhale, breathe in, exhale, breathe in, exhale. The whole set 1 more time unless you're tired and you need rest. Once again, I roll them in, shoulders back, 1, and alternate the sides, 2, and really push, 3, and punch, 4, rotation out 90 degrees, and last time, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. We won't twist. Most of you, maybe all of you following now, will know that you can work with the weights and twist. You need to be very careful with your spine. So if you want to add this to the routine today, feel free to take more time after we're done. I will drop 1 weight and address only the tricep muscle today in this session. So keeping again the elbow in, I will turn so that you can watch exactly my form of the arm. Shoulder is very low, elbow is in, I lean to the front, and I'm going to bring this arm out, extend it, and then flex 90 degrees. Extend completely at the elbow and bring it in 90 degrees. 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to hold it. You can do small lifts here if you wish to do so. Otherwise, hold it with me. Just hold it and try to not let it drop. And go again 4 times. 3, 2, 1, and hold it, and breathe, and try to not let it drop. Keep the shoulder from coming up to the ear, and go 1, 2, hold it, a breath in, a breath out. 1 and 2, a breath in, a breath out, and last time 1, and second, last one, hold it, breathe in, breathe out. Let the arms slowly come down to vertical position. Hold it here and let your head drop in the opposite direction. I'm going to transfer the weight to the other hand. I will not turn this time. You know exactly what to do. I want you to be clear that you are actually facing the center and the neck is neutral. The head is not turned anywhere. Move the elbow in. Pull it in all the time and go back and 90 degrees. If your chair, if your seat is wide, wider than mine, very wide, you will need to also move your buttocks completely to one side of the chair in order to be able to do this exercise and have nothing in the way of the arm. Hold it there. I'm holding and breathing. Holding, breathing, keeping the shoulder low, not up here. Going again, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 90 degrees. Extend and hold it. Keep the shoulder low and the wrist as high as possible. Twice. Second time. Hold it there, breathe in. Breathe out, no tension in the neck. Again, 1. And last one. Arm extended. Hold it there, neck neutral. Breathe. And then slowly bring shoulders above the hips. Let the weight just drop, not drop on the floor, but not be lifted, and let it pull your arm down. And then very slowly bring the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. Hold it there. Breathe. We're gonna bring the weight down. We're done with the weights. Make sure they're not in your way. Roll the shoulders. A few sips of water now, or certainly when we are done. And we will go into a few stretches. So continue rolling the shoulders. And the head. Bring the arms in the front, roll the wrists. Very slow circles here. Make fists and open, stretch the fingers. Another rotation each direction. And then open the arms out, breathing in. Exhale, bring the arms down. One arm goes up, the other stays low. And the same stretch within the beginning. Hold it here nicely. A side stretch again. Let the head maybe hang a little bit. You can close the eyes. Be careful. If you get dizzy or lose your balance, then don't close the eyes. Come up slowly. Both arms down. Shoulders roll again. Other arm comes up and slowly hold on. Lean with this hand into the bottom part of your chair so that you hold on to it and you don't strain your back while you go into the side stretch. Also, don't go too much to the side, just as much as your back allows. And slowly bring the arm down. And again, roll the shoulders. Bring the chin up and down. Perhaps holding onto the chair like we did in the beginning. One more time. Up and slowly down. Bring one arm to the front, left arm to the front. Bring it across and with the right hand come from underneath. Pull a little in on the upper arm and bring both shoulders down. And you can hold the stretch right here or turn your face and gaze over the shoulder that you're stretching. So for you, if you mirror me, it would be turning your head to the left. If you're stretching your left shoulder, left arm. Very nice, bring the arm down. You're gonna bring the other arm to the front, bring it across your chest, help it a little come in with the other hand, pull both shoulders down. And perhaps gaze to the other side would be gazing to your right if you're stretching your right arm. Slowly bring the arm down. We did a little bit of leg work today and we lifted those knees. So you may be aware, or maybe not yet, that there might be a need to stretch your hip muscles, your hip flexors, front of the hip. So we'll turn to the side and bring the leg that is free to move. Bring it down. Scoot as much as you need to the front of the chair to be able to take this leg, this free leg, back, the foot back, and the knee goes down. Hold it here. My other side arm holds on to the back of the chair. And the same side arm perhaps lifts up or remains resting low. And you can also just flow it slowly into a few circles, going up, for example, through the front and down through the side. Or if your shoulder does not bother you, you can go up to the front and open a little more. Create that stretch in the chest, going back with the shoulder and the arm, and maybe going in the other direction. Hold it, one more breath. And then slowly pull the foot back in. You're gonna roll, swivel in the chair, you face the front, and then swivel a little more and go and turn to the other side. Grab the chair with the back arm, and then bring yourself close to the front of the chair so that you have one leg free to move back, to step back with that foot as much as you can take it. Maybe you stop with the knee under the hip, or maybe you're able to go a little further back until you feel that stretch right here where you need it. And very slowly bring the arm up. See how it feels on this side. The shoulder is happy or not. Maybe you prefer resting with the arm low. Maybe go into these nice little flowing circles. With your breath, breathing in, you'll go up. Breathing out, you'll come down. You can go back. Any movement there in the shoulder, again, it's going to be lubrication in your shoulder and the shoulder blade. So any movement there that feels right for you. Hold it there. One more breath. And then slowly come back in with the foot. You're going to swivel back, facing the center. One last stretch for the legs, for the glute actually. You bring one knee up. Bring the ankle over the knee. If that is not an option for you, maybe a hip replacement that was done sometime in the past. Maybe it just doesn't feel right. Cross lower. Just cross the ankles perhaps. And lean a little to the front until you feel some of that releasing stretch in the side of the hip and back of the hip, your buttock muscle, a little bit in the, just below the spine there, the SI joint. Feel all this area nicely, enjoying the stretch. I can rest my arms lightly over the leg. I can let the arms hang, or I can join the hands under the bottom thigh. And just hang there for a couple more breaths. You may feel that you really need a long time in this stretch. If there's tightness in the hip, tightness in the glute, you really need to be there, maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes. So even after we are done, you may want to come back to this stretch. Slowly come up, uncross. Massage this side, everything on it. The thigh, the hip, the knee. And bring the other knee up. Perhaps on this side you can cross ankle over knee. Perhaps on this side you want to avoid that. So very slowly hinging at the hips. The weight of the upper body will create a little more stretch here. This leg is released. If there is perhaps just the slightest discomfort in the knee, one thing you can try is bring the toes up. So instead of completely relaxing this leg, do the dorsiflexion in the foot. See if that helps. If not, don't go so much to the front. Arms released, either here, here, or if that feels good, bring the fingers together, hands together, drop the head. So you can always come back to this recording of this exercise, and you can always choose to do a little more of any part of the exercise that you feel you need more of. You can stop the recording and do more repetitions, do more marching, do more work with the ball or with the weights. Very slowly come up, uncross, and go with passing your hands over the thigh, around the hip, all the sides of the thigh, around the knee, and down the leg. Give yourself a little hug here. You cross one arm over the other and bring the hands to the shoulders, massage the shoulders. Arms creating this nice heart shape. And then go with a massage along your arms. And then bring the hands perhaps behind the neck. And any rubbing, pressing, pinching that feels good there. Base of the neck, tops of the shoulders, and then the face. Go over all the areas of your face. The ears. And slowly inhale, bring the arms up. And either bring them down, or if you like to do the yogic hello, blessing, expressing respect and thanks, then you go like here in the area of the heart. And I will say namaste to all of you watching. Thank you very much, and do as much exercise as you can.